up, boys and girls? It's been a long time since I've done a video. This one is kind of a channel update, and we're going to talk about Linux distro reviewers on YouTube. So let's roll into that. First off, channel update. As you can tell, I haven't been around much. Wife and all that fun stuff. I lost my passion to do videos, and I wasn't unenthusiastic about technology. I just didn't feel like sharing it with the world, I guess. Which leads me into the Linux distro reviews. When I first started my YouTube channel, I joined in 2006, and I ended up doing my first video in about 2007, 2008. And it was about Linux versus Windows and OS 10 at that point. So that would have been Vista. That would have been, let's see, would have been Windows Vista versus Ubuntu 8.04 and some version of OS 10. I want to say probably the Bird. Either way. Anyway, the point is, it boils down to, that's how I started out. I enjoyed technology. But I fell off the passion bandwagon for it. And to do videos, it's time consuming. I mean, this is like my 5th video to retaking this. You just try to get the right feel for it. The thing that it boils down to is the Linux reviewers that I see. I'm going to catch some flack from this from the Linux community. I don't think what you guys do are real reviews. You give impressions of a distro, but are you actually using it? Most, not all, but most of the reviewers that I see that review Linux distros, well, let's fire up this virtual machine and, Parallels or VMware or, whatever friggin' virtual machine program you want to use. And I think it's kind of a cheap way out. Real hardware or bare metal has gotten so cheap that on the secondhand market that real reviewers have no reason not to have spare hardware kicking around. Right now, you can probably go on eBay, buy an off-lease ThinkPad or Latitude or some type of HP business machine with 4 to 8 gigs of RAM, a 160 gig hard drive, which seems to be the norm, and at least a Core 2 Duo, if not newer. Most of the Latitudes that I found are at least an i5 for what, $120, $130 investment total. So I think it's kind of a cheap way to review distros. I have a spare HP EliteBook A730W, 17-inch, 1920 by 1200, 8 gigs of RAM, 200 gig, 7200 RPM platter drive, NVIDIA Quadro FX, 3700 with a gig of vid RAM. I think, and you can find those for pretty cheap. I think it's, with it not being used because it has since been replaced by an Ultrabook that does 90 to 99% of what I need to. I have spare hardware sitting around. Why not use it to actually show it as a productivity tool? And I think that's the thing that I take issue with. A lot of reviewers don't use the Linux distros as like an actual in-production environment. My thing is, can I do all the stuff that I normally would on that machine with that distro? And if not, pros, cons. That is the biggest gripe that I take also, is the sliding scale of like 1 to 5, 1 to 10, 1 to 5 stars, 0 to 5 stars, whatever. Numeric grades, A, B, C, D, or F. I think all those are crap, honestly. I think really reviews are subjectivity in the guise of objectivity, and people tend to look for objectivity in a topic that is subjective to that person's personal use case and opinion. So I think it does reviews quite a disservice. Now, I'm not saying all reviewers are like this. This is just my take on reviews as a whole. I feel this way with video game reviews, movie reviews, etc. My biggest thing is actual use case, and can I be productive with it? And if not, then the tool fails. It's a pass or fail kind of thing to me. So the way I will be doing these is I will be using these machines and with these distro installs for a full week. I'll use them as I do every other piece of tech that I have. I will try playing video games from Steam on them. I will try doing video editing or audio editing, etc. through them. And they pass or they fail. That's really all it is. But I will give you a detail on why they fail. And it's really that simple to me. So at the end of the day, pro-con list, week worth of use, and Unreal Metal. I'm getting back into technology. I'm enthusiastic about it again. There's a lot of interesting stuff happening. And as a Linux user, I just don't like seeing kind of half-assed stuff happening in the community. Now, call it what you want and think what you want about that, but I think what a lot of people within the community do as far as reviews is kind of half-assed. Right or wrong, that's just my opinion.